We've all done it. We scroll through our camera roll or stare at a blank screen, willing an idea to come to us for our next Instagram or Facebook post. Stop staring, because today I'm going to share how to never run out of content for your social media feeds ever again. We've all done it. We sit and stare at the screen on a Thursday, willing an idea to come to our heads for our next post. It's because we waited until that day. Stop staring at the screen. The secret to never running out of social media content to post is having a content generation vehicle outside of social media. Create your content elsewhere. If you sit down to create social posts and have zero ideas in your head, it's because you started content creation in the wrong order. Speaking of in the wrong order, if you started with this episode, I recommend going back to episode 1, where I talk about 3 things personal brands need before growing their social media following. One of these things is a content generation vehicle, such as a blog or a podcast. Do you need these to get started or be successful? No, but it makes posting on social a breeze. Blogs, podcasts, YouTube channels are where long form content is shared. You can take the time to explore your concepts and ideas and dig deep into the issues your audience cares about. In contrast, social media is a derivative of those longer posts. They're designed to be short and should only strive to express one thought. If you're trying to explain multiple concepts or go to any amount of depth in a social post, you are trying to do too much. If you're giving them a 3,000 word persuasive essay on why they should adopt a puppy from the pound instead of a breeder, just for example, you're going to lose them after they hit the read more button and they have to scroll to see the end of the post. You'll have a much easier time getting them to read the article if you give them a picture of an adorable dog available for adoption at the local shelter and tell them to click for more information. I mean, who can't resist puppies, right? What you've done then is moved them from the interest phase to the connection phase. Now they are on your home turf, your website, and getting to know you better. Maybe they sign up to download your list of approved local shelters or get the list of puppies available for adoption each week via your newsletter. You're cultivating a relationship then. This is the goal of social media marketing. You don't want them to hang with you on social media. You want them to follow you elsewhere, which is a lot less creepy than it sounds. Now that we understand why it's essential to have a website, blog, podcast, or another place where we post content, what do you post each week? If you're already consistently posting elsewhere, and just add creating social media posts to your weekly process. All the information is fresh in your mind. You pull out the main points or summarize the article to be used on social media. Here's what that looks like. Let's say you sit down to publish your weekly blog post on Wednesdays. You write the copy, you create a few graphics or add a few photos and hit publish. Typically, your work may be done then, but if you add just a little extra time to create your social media post for the week, you could be done and done. Okay, Megan, you may say, you still didn't tell me exactly what to post. Here it is, the foolproof process, my foolproof process for systematizing your social media each week. Set a schedule, create buckets of content, batch create your weekly post, and schedule post to send. That's the 4-part process. And don't worry, I will go through each one of them right now. Number 1, set a schedule. You don't have to post daily, but you do need to figure out when you're going to post and be doggedly faithful to that schedule. It shouldn't be hard if you're already faithful to your blog posting schedule to begin with. Let's say, for example, you start out posting 3 times per week on Facebook only, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. I know I'm going to get this question, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you that it doesn't matter what time or which days you post. Since most social media platforms run on an algorithm versus showing you each post chronologically as they're posted, the question of when to post is largely irrelevant anymore since no one sees the post in real time typically. Sure, there are times when more people are online and you could get more views. You can aim for those times. However, if the choices are either post now or forget later, post now. Having posted is always better than not. If you have no idea where to start, in general, more people are on social media in the morning, at lunchtime, and after dinner. Aim for 9 a.m., noon, or 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm in the Eastern Standard Time Zone in the United States, which is the most densely populated zone, at least here in the United States. So these are generally good times to post for me. Number 2, create buckets of content. Content buckets are my super secret weapon to the question, what am I going to post today? Just like creating theme days for when you make dinner each night, like Taco Tuesday or Soup Saturday, think of content buckets as lovely pre-made decisions for your social media. If you're posting 3 times per week, for example, Monday's content bucket could be Motivational Monday, where you share an inspirational quote relating to your weekly blog post. Wednesday's content could be a tip or trick from your weekly post. And then Friday's content bucket could be a funny meme that has something to do with, wait for it, your weekly blog post. See how that works? You take the content, the longer form content, and break it down into little pieces according to those theme days that you've set out. Do you see how that could make life a whole lot easier? Now you're not just mining your brain to think of a random thing to post on a Thursday. You have a framework to create your post that ensures you'll never be stuck without an idea. Number 3 is batch create your weekly post. After you've written your blog post, make some social graphics, add captions that point to your post, and voila, you're done with your content creation for the week. Then step 4 is scheduling those posts to send. This is the last and most important step. This is the one that will give you the most freedom as a business owner. Schedule your posts. If you're not aware, there are services called social media schedulers where you can load the content you'd like posted and tell the scheduler when and where you'd like it posted. Then, like magic, the work is done for you without even having to log on to your social media platform. It really is lovely. It's like having an army of robots doing your work for you. Examples of these services include Buffer, Hootsuite, or my personal favorite is Meet Edgar. This service does a really good job of helping you organize your content into those content buckets or categories, as they call them. Load up your post in your scheduler and you are done. Set it and forget it. In summary, the way to never run out of content to post on social media is to create your own show like this one. Yes, I will admit it. I needed the accountability and consistency of a show to give me a steady stream of ideas for my social media posts. I'm willing to bet future Megan is thanking this Megan, and I'm high-fiving myself for this one. And that goes for you too. Stop staring at the screen and set yourself up for success. Create your own show and never run out of things to post on social media again.